Welcome back to Outriders. In this video I want to talk to you about a couple of things that have popped up quite frequently since the latest patch. And the first one is, this has actually been going on for a little while now, I've just seen a couple of people talking about it recently, but people are saying sometimes when they get a legendary to drop in the game, it's either completely changing from legendary to a purple or something, or when they pick it up, it will come up with a certain name, so for an example, Amber Vault or something like that. But they go look in their inventory, and someone said they had it twice, where two different weapons actually turned into the Grim Marrow LMG. So that's the first thing I wanted to talk about, and I want to get your guys' opinions. Do you think this is a very big issue? Do you think there's only a couple of people experiencing it? Like, what's your thoughts and stuff on that happening in the game? And then the other thing is, I totally understand Emergency Stance was incredibly broken. For those of you that don't know, there was a mod called Emergency Stance, and you put it on your character, and when your health drops below 30% for 4 seconds, you are supposed to attain Golem, which is the protective ability for the Devastator. It reduces your incoming damage, like your resistance increases by like 65%, so it's a very high percentage, and the mod is broken to the point of it proccing permanently as soon as you drop below 30%. They have since fixed it, and the game does feel completely different, but they've had issues with armor, survivability, all that sort of stuff since the patch, and now I've noticed it myself. It doesn't seem to be as bad since they did a maintenance after the patch, at least in my experience, but I'm seeing a lot of people saying that they've got builds that are capable of doing CT15, all that sort of stuff, yet they are going back to tier 11, tier 12, that sort of stuff. Like, even if you are tier 12, the scaling, like the downscaling, now like makes, like, they made a difference basically, so it's not downscaled anywhere near as bad. You have the 3 levels, so tier 12 should be fine for you to go in and feel quite powerful. People are saying that is the case, but then some players are experiencing that the enemies are hitting way harder than they were before. We don't know if this is true, we don't know if it's rumours, like, we literally don't know anything about this situation, besides the fact that there are quite a lot of people that have pointed this out. We've seen it in games before, where enemies, like, even if it's accidental, we've seen enemies being buffed after patches, so I'm not going to just completely outrule it and say that no, that's not the case. I think there is a chance that it could definitely be the case. I'm going to have to do more testing myself, just to see what it feels like on different tiers and stuff. But it could definitely be the case that some of the enemies accidentally got buffed, they're now 1-shot in, 2-shot in, all that sort of stuff, regardless of your build, how it's set up and what your max tier is. There has been so many complaints about this game since the latest patch. More and more people are actually turning against the game. They're just having issue after issue because the game was incredibly broken from the launch. It just, like, new issues were popping up daily. Then they randomly out of the blue go, boom, here's our biggest patch up to date. We haven't done anything as big as this before, and they just slapped it on us. They did 2 maintenances after they released it, and it just seems as though it's all over the place again. People are saying Hunt the Prey is still not working, which was one of the big issues. I don't know if people are having more success signing in on PlayStation. You're going to have to let me know in the comments about that one. But another thing is, there are people now talking about how long until this game goes into 4-figure concurrent players on Steam, because it's been dropping every day since the game come out. The game is a month old now, and it peaked at 125k concurrent players on Steam, and it slowly dipped to like 50,000 and 40, and now in the last 24 hours it's 26,750. But currently playing the game, there is only 15,900. I don't think that's going to increase. I honestly believe it's still going to be a couple of weeks minimum until they get the restoration sorted. If they even ever actually go ahead with it. We don't know anything at this current time. But it's currently 15,900, and I'm going to give it, I originally said Tuesday. I think it could be close to less than 10,000 on Tuesday. But I'm going to give it until the end of next week, possibly the beginning of the week after. And then, if nothing drastic has changed again, I honestly think this will dip below 10k. Might even do it before, you never know. But I don't see this game picking itself back up. I see it's just going to continue on a downward spiral because the developers, I mean, they're trying. They did get a patch out. It took them 3 weeks. bear that in mind. But they did get a patch out. It was a fairly big one. Fixed some issues in the game, made some mods work and all that stuff. But overall, it was more negative than it was positive. The negatives outweighed the positives because so much stuff is still broken. They tried stealth nerfing the killing spree mod, and then they said, oh, it's unintentional, and all that sort of stuff that they've done before. It's the second time they've tried doing stealth nerfs. The first time they added it into the patch notes. This time they simply just said it was an unintentional change. But I don't think it was unintentional. I really think they tried stealth nerfing it. But what I'm going to do is leave the video there. Just a couple of problems I wanted to just talk about. I've seen a lot of comments regarding them, and I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it on Twitter as well. If there's any other news, I'll let you guys know as always. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.